Hi everybody, here's the back nine in the weekend round for Pro Division in the Northshore Tournament. Don't forget, check the video description down below, lots of links there, and if you do want tweaked shots and some alternatives as well, check out the text guide link in the video description down below. Don't forget to hit thumbs up, sub to the channel if you are new, and get the bell button enabled so you get notified when we go live. Okay, hole number 10, we have a nasty headwind here, so it's left hand side again for me with the extra mile. So half the red ring inside the rough on the right, 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right. Obviously, if you've got a more accurate driver, you can most certainly use one. Make the shot a bit easier. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. We don't go into overpower here, so we're quite okay. Obviously, if you are using a Titan, you probably will need to go with some OP though. So that's why I'm going with a Kingmaker, just to reduce the need for any overpower. Hit perfect, and you're going to get hopefully a nice roll out on the drive. Sometimes you may not get as much roll as others. It's a little bit variable, this fairway, but we just have to be prepared. 329 is a little on the short side, but we are still going to be okay with the Grizzly regardless. 1 bar of top spin for the rough bump here, and difficult wind, to be honest, with the headwind that we have. So I would recommend play this one true distance of club, but with 25% elevation. So true distance plus 25. You see I'm doing 7.8 rings there. So that's because I'm estimating myself to be in between mid and max. So around 75% slider. Just a little bit under adjusted though, but a very good first look for an eagle opportunity on hole 10. Hole number 11, they've very nicely given us tailwind again here, so we can use the rock. 3.5 bars top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. And we are at max distance with the rock level 7. White ring touching the rough on the left. Adjustment max plus 15. And then going to hit perfect. Obviously, minor great left, minor great right. Still going to be absolutely fine because we are using an accurate club. However, we should always, of course, aim to hit perfect. And that we do. And we're wanting a drive around 350 yards on this one. About 350, if you get around there, you're going to be absolutely fine with your sniper for the second shot. So what we're doing here is we're going to add 1.5 bars of top spin and a 1 bar side spin to the left. And once again we're going to play in the secondary bounce rough bump. And we want to leave the ball guide short of pin low. That is because we do have some tailwind. So leave the ball guide short of pin. Here I'm adjusting in between mid and max plus 10% elevation. So in between mid and max, so 75% slider plus 10 elevation. May need to tweak it depending on the distance you are in after your drive. We do hit perfect, but the problem here is that I did aim too far to the right, and you could see that when I was setting up the shot. So we just need to change the aim point a little bit there, bring it over a square to the left. Okay, hole 12, Grizzly. And we're going with 2.2 backspin and just under 2 bars side spin to the right, about 1.8. That's what I'm doing here. Blue ring to the rough on the right, and it's max distance with a power 2 ball with the Grizzly level 7 and 8. Grizzly level 9 will be starting at plus 3. Adjust max plus 15. We do adjust right on the max line. This will happen if you have more of the straight crosswind, maybe a hint of headwind, but don't be tempted to go with any overpower. You'll still be absolutely fine. Bounces very nicely, and we can see it goes lovely, just sneaks in on the right hand side, but still very nice. Hole in 1, max plus 15. Hole number 13, no chance of sending it here on the back 9 with this headwind, so we then have to go with a right side play. 4.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Make sure your second bounce is going clearly over the rough. If you aim too high, you will get a flat bounce and you will not clear the rough. So that's why we go with the setup that we're going here. Otherwise you bounce on the downward slope. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. No need to push up to max, but I do go with a little bit of overpower. 1 ring of overpower, half a ball of curl to the left. The reason I don't push up is, once again, it will aim your landing spot low. So that will interfere with the shot. So that's why I choose to go with a ring of OP rather than with pushing up. But that bounces very, very nicely on the highest part of the fairway. Second shot, going to go with a rough bump. And we need 2 bars of topspin. Just working out where I am from max distance. So 2 bars of topspin here. Then going to aim with the ball guide going to the pin. And again here, playing true club distance plus 15% elevation. So work out where you are in your club range, then adjust 15% elevation. Most likely is going to be around 75-80% slider as a guide, but like I say, get some reference points, judge as best you can based on your drive, and you've got a decent chance. As you can see, we just sneak this one in left side. Could have gone maybe another 0.1 on the adjust, but it still counts. Very, very nice. Eagle. Reason it says it was a birdie, I was in practice mode. I was timing out just to get a good look at the shot. But of course, if you're playing tournament, that would count as an eagle. Hole 14, we have send it wind. So just going to leave the target where it is. 6 top spin, 2 left spin, adjust max plus 10, go back up to max distance, and go with full overpower. And we're going just outside the outer wall to the left in curl. We do hit a great ball, but with the accuracy of the APOC, then we're going to be absolutely fine. And either you're going to clip the rough and roll out as we did there, or second bounce in the rough and roll out. So the distance is going to vary, but the plan is just to get over there onto that piece of fairway. Second shot, we're going for a rough bump with the Grizzly. A 1.1 bar top spin. Make sure you have the ball guide going to the pin, otherwise we will be short. And here I'm adjusting max club distance, so max distance plus 10. Obviously if you get more rollout on your drive, you will be able to adapt and play with slider, but you see you've got plus 15 yards there as a reference, so if you are at a different plus yardage, reduce 2% for every yard. But you've got a good chance with this one. So true club distance, 10% elevation. We do hit perfect. And are we going to drop it? Yes, we sneak it in. Very, very nice albatross on hole 14. Right then, on to hole 15. We've got a nasty wind angle here. So it is going to still be the rough bump though. 1.5 backspin, 1.5 side spin to the right with the sniper. Then find the position. Yellow ring touching the rough line. Ball guide going through the hole. Just persevere, find that position. There is a small area where it is working, and that is the one. Adjustment here, max plus 25. Max plus 25, obviously go for a straight pull. And then finally, we are going to need some overpower on this one. That is the final part of the equation. And this is the kind of thing that you actually need to get this shot to drop. Here, I don't go with enough. We need a smidgen more than that, but you can see the ball is touching the bottom teeth, but it needs to be a fraction more covering the teeth. Not a vast amount, but just look at that a little bit more, and that would have dropped. Max plus 25. What do we got now? Hole 16. Again, we're going with Katana. 4.5 top spin, 3 bars, side spin to the left, and just aiming there. Right in the middle of the pad. Max plus 10 is the adjustment on this one. Max plus 10. Then we are going to go once again with half a ball of curl to the left. Excellent chance for an eagle here. Get your pencil and your paper ready. We're going to need it for the drive yardage. So hit perfect. And off we go. Bounces very nicely and will roll beautifully down the fairway. Drive distance on this one, you're looking anywhere around 360 yards, which we do have. 360. So from 360, 40% slider plus 10% elevation. 40% slider, 10% elevation. 3.5 bar backspin, aim right at the pin. Thorn 8 and 9, ball guide will be going to the hole, of course. Thorn 7 and lower, leave it short as I do here. 40% slider, 10% elevation. And we're going to adjust. Excellent chance here. All we need to do is hit perfect. Centre that ball very nicely in the adjustment ring. Perfect away. And then it rolls. Right at pin. So, if your drive is a couple of yards shorter, for every yard add 2% slider. For every yard closer than 360, deduct 2% slider. Hole 17, tricky wind angle this, but we can play with a navigator. Red ring touching the bunker on the left there, or rather the right edge of the bunker, but the left side of the red ring. 3.3 backspin, 1 side spin to the left. I go with a bit too much backspin here, and we do end up being short. So that's why I would suggest go with 3.2 or 3.3. Mid plus 30 is the adjustment here. In higher winds, this is going to be a bit tricky. So you might, if you want to, just go with a little bit more adjustment in higher winds. As you can see, a bit less backspin though. That's what we need to do there. But mid plus 30, something to work with. Hole 18, honestly, is a nasty wind. I'm going with the rock, and this is a weird drive in terms of overpower, but it does work. Red ring touching the rough, plus 6 yards here with the rock level 7. 3.8 topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Adjust max plus 0, which I do believe is 1-on-1. Then we're going to go with curl here, so just look at the gap between the ball and the triangle. And we need 4 rings of overpower. Even if you do not adjust into overpower, go with 4 rings. The good thing about this drive, it is a great left and great right proof. Minor great left, great right. Because we've got good accuracy here. So there we go. The top spin will take us down very nicely. If you do adjust into overpower, add that on to your 4 rings. Second shot, my problem here is that I don't go with enough topspin. So I try 1 or 1.5 bars, but really we need a little bit more. This one is short. So I would recommend you go with 2 bars topspin, back up from max distance, and then we're going to play 10% elevation, true club distance. So for every yard away from max, you're going to reduce 2.5% slider. So if you're at plus 10, play at 95%. Plus 8, you're going to play 90, and so on. So this is played 80% slider plus 10% elevation. If you are worried about being short, then you could be playing this with Cataclysm or anything with more than 172 yards. This is a tricky hole though, but we want to try and play aggressively. Just needed a bit more topspin on this one. Otherwise, that would have been a very good chance. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Bye for now.